Hey kids, it's Mrs. Deo, 4th grade at Whitson. Today we're going to be working on procedures for rounding. This time we're going to focus on vertical rounding. What are we learning? So our I can statements today are, I can use a vertical number line to round a number to any place value, and I can model with mathematics. This one we're focusing on our mathematical practice. So in the question, round 572 to the nearest hundred, the first thing we need to do is find the place value that we want to round to. In this case, we're doing the 100. 5 is in the hundreds place. So when we are finding what number and where to put our numbers on the vertical number line, we're going to use the 5 in the hundreds place, or 500, as the bottom number on our number line. That's one of our endpoints. The second endpoint is going to be the next number counting up by hundreds. So 500, 600. 600 will be the top number of our vertical number line. The next step is to find our midpoint, or our middle of the number line. So the midpoint of 500 and 600 would be 550. The next thing we're going to do is place the number that we have from our question in the vertical number line. So we're going to find the proper spot for 572 on the number line. The number 572 would go about right here on the number line. And you'll notice that because 572 is towards the top of the number line, above 550, that number would then round to 600. So our answer to round 572 to the nearest hundred would be 600. Let's try another one. Round 85,472 to the nearest thousands place. So just like in the example before, the first thing we're going to do is find our place value. And the place value that we're working with in this question is the thousand place. Then we look at our number, 85,472. In this case, the 5 is in the thousands place. We're going to then make sure that we have our vertical line drawn up and down so that we can place our two numbers, our endpoints, on the vertical number line. So we're going to look at that 5, and we see that since it's in the thousands place, that means that there are 85 thousands. That's going to be our bottom of the number line. Our top of the number line is going to be one more thousand than the 85,000. So 85,000, 86,000 is going to be our top number on the number line. Then we have to find our midpoint. So our midpoint is going to be 85,500. It's the perfect middle spot between the two numbers. The next step is to take a look at the number that we have that we want to round and place it in the proper spot on the number line. In this case, it's going to go about here. 85,472 would fit towards the bottom part of our number line. It is less than 85,500, which would then mean that it would round to 85,000. Our answer for round 85,472 to the nearest thousand would be 85,000. I'm going to give you a couple of questions that you can practice. The first one that I'd like for you to give a chance is this one. Could you please round 23,837 to the nearest 10? Take a minute, pause the computer, and work the problem. Your answer should look something like this. When you're rounding 23,837 to the nearest 10, you're going to draw a number line that should look something like this and place your number about here, which would give your answer of 23,840. Notice that we are rounding to the nearest 10 this time. Here's another question that you can practice with. Make sure you pause the video and work the problem. Round 10,610 to the nearest hundred. First, your number line should look something like this. You should place your number about here on the number line, and your answer should be 10,600. Here's another question. Be sure to answer it when you pause the video. Please round 159,712 to the nearest 100,000. Pause the video and work the problem. So when I round this number to the nearest 100,000, my number line should look something like this, with 150,000 as my midpoint. I would place my number right about there, giving my answer at the top as 200,000. One more question to practice before you get a chance to work on this all on your own. Round 199,712 to the nearest 10,000. Pause the video and work the problem. The answer to your problem, first you would draw your number line. You should have 190,000 on the bottom and 200,000 on top, with 195,000 being in the middle. When you would place your number, it should be about here. Since in the top half of your number line, your answer should be 200,000. Thanks for working through these problems with me today. I hope that this makes rounding using the vertical number line a little bit more clear.